Hello everybody, it is Cheanise's Niches here. Well, I wanted to touch base with you guys a little bit about what has been stewing and brewing all across our lands in Canada, and I had to kind of repose myself a few times about this video because every time I think about this, it's just bringing in more emotions and understanding of what it is that our ancestors have traveled from miles and distances, seas, been originally from these lands to bring us to what you're seeing today. Now, I don't want to get into a whole lot of the politics. I want you to understand the strength and the foundation of why your voice and why the truth will always be so clear. It will never fail you. It might make you understand and be patient. You may have to sit and be aware of what your actions, what your choices, what your results have been to get to what this is you are seeing across our beautiful stage of life. This is where we are making history on awareing what it is to have your voice and your truth. Now, I'm not talking about who is being bad people or who is the difference between the Vede and the non-Vede. This is about you understanding what it is you are standing for. There's a lot of things that we are asking to have about different states of your health, your awareness, your choice. But with this change, it's going to show you so much more of why people are being real to what they stand for. A lot of people have felt that they've been totally shut down in a way. This has been the most transparent, abusive relationship you have been in witness across the country. So now that you see what this actually can do with the mental, with the physical, with your absolute emotional abuse that has been going on, you are starting to realize how much trauma can affect and make the change happen. Now, the other cool part about this is that I've had this predicted on another level, that this was going to be the moment that people were ready to rise. We are embarking onto the Chinese New Year of the Year of the Tiger. So with all of this coming up, this is the time that our ancestors are asking us to stand up for what is real. When we talk about the medicine wheel, it's about what is your direction. That is why this discovery of who you are and what you're becoming, who are your real friends, who is your real family, all of this is such a beautiful blessing that all we needed to be in this journey. Now, a lot of us sometimes think that it's just such a minuscule thing, but we have to start seeing it from the eagle view, see it from the bigger perspective, and understand what it is we are actually doing for all of this. Because if we are going to continue to sit and just be as ducks swimming around in a pond, you will understand that you will get dizzy, you will feel the stagnicity, you will feel all of these things that we have been struggling with for the last 3 years of this experience. Now, when we start to walk through this isn't something that's new. It's not just because of the C word. It's about all of the things that we have been so uneducated with in all of our time frames, with what our own home countries, what we've been doing to our own people. This is not just about a race, or it's not just about a culture. This is about all of us working together as teamwork, as a family. This is about the people, human beings. And as you start to make more of your truth and your awareness, you're starting to realize what has been actually in front of you, taken away, maybe not true to who and what you've been a part of. This is all coming down the pipes now. So I hope you guys take a moment, go support, go be a part of what is the freedom. We're not stating that this is about dishonoring people because of what their health conditions or what has been a part of this. This is about voice. This is about truth. So as you journey through this, I don't want you guys to be in hatred. This is about love. This is showing support and structure, what it is to be as a team. So please understand that this is coming out of peace, not hatred. This is about understanding that this is where we say no more. And when you if any of you have ever been in an abusive state or relationship or experience, you know that at this very moment is one of the toughest moments that you have to stand up to your perpetrator, to your person who made you feel as that victim. That is of yourself, that is of the person who did that wrong, and those who maybe were just staying on the sidelines and didn't know what to do and say. All of this is just rooting up so much more of emotion than it just being a bunch of truckers or a bunch of protesters or a bunch of things. This is about people's past lives. This is about people's childhoods. These are about all things that we have just created a traumatized society, that we don't understand how much damage has been done, that we have to work together as a team to start helping people see the truth. Because the mud is always mucky and it might take you a few times to wash off. Just like sand in your pants when you're swimming at the lakes that we are so proud of being a part of this country. That you might have to shake some of this off and it has to be washed out a few times, but you will get there. You will understand what your truth is. And I hope that you all as families start to understand what forgiveness truly means. But this is no longer our point to sit down and be silent. This is where you have all had that introspection of yourself to sit and be aware of who you are. What is your jobs? What are your relationships like? This has all been the biggest gift to our society to wake us up from the conveyor belts and all of that we have been sitting in stagnant. It is time now to soar, take flight, be real with who you are. Why do you run your businesses? What do you work with this? How do you have family connections? All of this was to show you who is this in your life. We have created so many illusions because we are so programmed to be plugged in. And I hope now that you start to understand what is the truth that we are discovering this year. A lot of us healers and a lot of us practitioners, the teachers and all of the other things that we ask as guiders, that we don't have to be the ones that are always in the front lines. Some of us have to be in different points of your journey to show you that it's time to keep going. And this is where growing up as a farm kid, pulling our 18 wheels, loaded across our prairies, doing the things that I have been very proud of, and knowing that I can stick shift and create more of my beauty of just seeing what these truckers are doing. And this is about all healthcare systems. This is about the lawyers and the doctors, the teachers, the service providers who have all been keeping our wheels and our experiences rolling. But now you will see where we get to these chain-linked experiences, what's going to start falling apart. You will see food shortages. You're going to see all of the conveniences that we always said that will always be here. This is teaching us what our ancestors had to go through. So I hope that you understand to prepare. Don't panic, share. Learn how to be a part of a community again. This winter and this time frame is just to show you how the scarcity of what you think you can control doesn't exist. You are a part of the emotions, of the waves of what the world, the frequencies, the heartbeat, the drumming. This is why we do the practices that we do of all cultures. This is why we bring in the unity of all of us together. So I hope that you take this moment and understand what is this actual rally about. There's so much more bigger meanings and understandings that maybe our kids will not understand it in our social curriculums, or maybe they will because we made a choice and a difference. So today, I hope that you send all of that connection and that truth. Just take a step back. Don't be in fear. Don't be fighting on things that are of anger and of jealousy and of victimness. I hope that you come back to this and be more aware. Open our eye. See what it is that we are actually meant to see. Because as I stated, in a very few different ways in communications and circles and our different practices, this is where we have been doing the work that we need to do. But a lot of people just stayed stagnant and they're scared and they don't know what to do. So that's where we're going to break out of these molds and these chains that we feel so stagnant from. So I hope that you start to unravel, taking this time this winter to really get into that experience of fear. Because these are the reactions that when fear keeps pushing and pulling at your fingertips and your beings and your connections of your soul, of why are you being this person? Who are you being as this person? You're going to start realizing so much more about yourself. And that is where I am thankful that all of this that we've chosen is going to be great again. And let's make this as a stand. Connect with your brothers and sisters, all of our people here in this land. Canada was a gift. And this is where we have to be aware of what we're doing for the rest of the world, because we are not asleep anymore. We are here now as the tiger, being patient. We are here to know and earn our stripes of what we've been fighting for. But let's do it together. Don't segregate. This is an important time in history, and I hope you respect what it is we are all being asked at this time in this experience to do together. So, as I say, find it in whatever way that this is for you to be a part of this choice. And that's where, like I say, the truth will always come out. And I hope that you understand that this is going to make a huge difference in so much more of our worlds, that this is going to create new education. This will create new foundations. This will create new structures that are going to be more of what we have been asking to be resonated with. This is not about stagnicity. It's time to give vitality, rejuvenation, life. This is the rebirth. When we all asked for this change in 2012, y'all didn't think that this was going to be what shook out of it. But I hope that you feel the truck rumbles and giving that heart surge back into this land, that you start to be respectful of what you stand for. All of these people, you have had mental health, people passing, loved ones, family members you have not seen for the last 3 years. I hope you understand that and resonate, that this is something that you do not have to run away from. Yes, there has been death, and yes, there has been loss, but do not let those ones just be martyrs for you to be fighting for the wrong cause. Get to the root of what your heart is asking for you to be truthful with, because this is going to change the world. We sometimes think that this is not fair and that this is evil and that we think of all of these different factors, but let's make that change. Be the way that at any place that you see is clean and put together, there's somebody working hard to keep that. So be a custodian in your own practices, your own homes, your own buildings. Teach, create, connect, learn, love, and laugh, as all of this time frame is going to be such a gift, and we will see it by the end of this year. So please be patient. Just trust that there is a bigger plan to all of this. And just because you are said no or said yes to, that might not be where you need to be. Choose the path that is where you are asked to be a part of, even if it is the least traveled. Because I promise you this, you will see so much more of what you are actually worth and what your true ability in this life is here for. So don't take this for granted. This is history in the making. All of us have sat in our social studies classrooms and talked about current events and did all of our different presentations. I was gifted with an amazing social teacher that she made us dig to find out answers. I was gifted with biology and teachings to make me aware of what my body choices and all of these things have been a part of. So I want you to just sit back and maybe go back to your grade schools. Where did your teachings come from? See what all of this is about. Not just what you read and what you pretend to know and think and see. Because if you come back from the earth, the animals will always show you the way. They will know when the earthquakes are happening. They will move to higher land. They will know when the rain is coming, because they will gather at the mud holes to wait for the rain to come down and bless them with their hydration. Animals, your instincts, your knowledge and your knowings are all there. But have you discovered what you actually are there for? Because if you aren't, this is going to be your teaching year. So I hope you understand and give yourself some grace and ease. You might not know what to do right now because it's giving you such a jolt into this experience that we don't know sometimes what to do when it's all this chaos and things that are happening. But the chaos is just to give you a life change, to shake shit up a bit. So I hope that that's going to give you guys some clarity of what's all happening Stay steady, stay grounded, feel what you need to be a part of, because this is your year. You will understand that very quickly. So be present, be mindful, and be aware of what's all here for you within self first, then your partner, then your children, then your family, friends, and then the world, because we are all here as one. So do what is in your needs and desires, and we will see you from there. Enjoy the rest of your week all. Bye.